So what happened? That in 2019 started a process in which, imagine that this is the whole planet, started a process in which the whole planet is changing its perceptions from the west to the east. Why? Remember that the planet, well, I don't know if someone believes that the planet is flat. I'm sorry. So that's not what I remember. That's not what I remember. Maybe someone else has another slice of the truth that can see like this. But in the universe, everything tries to get us here. So remember that the planet is layers of spheres. So this is the core magnetical, that creating the magnetical field. So we have the whole planet, and inside, with the pressure, the magnets creates this magnetical field. So I don't know if many of you know, but we have a physical North Pole. Let's put it here. Physical and physical South Pole that are always in the same spot because it's physical. But then this spins sometimes. Okay, so we have a magnetical North Pole and a magnetical South Pole. Okay, which means that this sometimes is moving that way or this way or like that. Okay, so since we have a registry of that, the magnetical North Pole was in North America all the time, in the northern states of the United States and in the states of West Canada and also in East Canada eventually some points. So usually is in the northern islands of the Northern Territory and Nunavut in Canada. That's the territories where it usually is. But in 2019 towards the 2020, the magnetical North Pole went from the west to the center, aligning the physical and the magnetical North Pole for the first time. And in between middle of 2020, the magnetical North Pole moved towards the east for the first time in thousands of years. So it's heading to Russia right now, to Siberia. So this movement of the magnetical North Pole from the west to the east makes that all the beings that move life through magnets change its north. So every living being is magnetical. We have magnets. We have a North Pole, South Pole, and we are aligned with that. As humans, we don't feel it like the birds or the whales that travel because of that. But we think according to the North. We call it our purpose, where to go. So we know that there is a North Pole, a physical North Pole, and we can follow it because of the Northern Star, okay, Polaris, which is just for these few thousand years. It will change in 1,000 years. So we follow that star, and that's the star that never moves because the physical North Pole is pointing towards that star. So that's why when the Earth spins, this one is the only one that doesn't move. It moves according to 5,000 years, but now it's Polaris. So, but our way of living, our mind, how we think, where do we go, and all these things, without thinking about the physical North Pole, is ruled by the magnetical North Pole. So if we are in the West, thinking with the West, with the logics, for example, suddenly the magnetical North Pole does this, and all the way of thinking of humanity turns like crazy. What do? We are lost as humanity. We don't know where to do, what to do, where to go, because now we have a new purpose, a new north. It's all magnetical. We are the planet, so the planet is thinking where I'm heading to. What do I have to think? because I was thinking always in one way, but now I'm thinking a different way. So this was happening in between 2020 and 2021. And the beings from the other dimensions, these guys here, said, okay, we have to realign the whole network of information. Because when the North Pole, the physical and the magnetical are together, this is like a clock, like 12 o'clock. Dong, dong. So this means that a new hour is beginning, okay? And because this new hour is beginning, new information can enter the system. So the portal should be open in order for that information to come in. But the people that is afraid what is new, and they want to keep living like before, waiting for a savior in the Middle East with their own morality, they call evil anything that can come from the outside, because anything that can come from the side is unknown. So we are afraid of this, so we shouldn't open ourselves. So the system said, oh, the people is afraid of changing, so we have to force them to change. How do we change them? With something that can get more than in a door, that can get inside the door from, and even go through the door. So something easier. And so how do we do that? Well, we have to make also humanity, the whole planet, to think about the north. What's in our north? In our north is this chakra, which is the North Pole, the magnetical North Pole of our body, is the crown chakra. So how do we do that for the whole humanity to think about the crown, meditating within all at the same time? Quarantine. Quarantine. Thinking about the crown. In Spanish, crown is corona. Yeah. So corona. So everyone thinking about the corona, the crown of the planet, inside, within, meditating and thinking about their fears. What it's ending. Is this a new time? Is this the apocalypse? What have I done with my life? This is the person I marry with? These are my kids? I want to kill myself. So, isn't that? So, so suddenly the universe makes you think a little bit about yourself, not being able to go out and escape and try to cover that. So the whole planet, as it was trying to align, use the fear in order to people be in themselves and think about what should we change. So how do you do for that system? Well, of course, you use the people that are thinking about controlling the world. If you have people that are aiming to control the world and create fear, so they would use that people to create it. So is there a conspiracy? Of course. Is there bad people creating? Of course. But there's a greater thing above them that transcends this kind of people and this, the people that is controlling the world, they will die also. You remember that? We all die. So don't worry. They're all old people. Sorry. But it's true. So, of course, there are young people that wants to control the world, but they will die too. So the thing is that we have to remember that the planet is something much more bigger than just a few neurons trying to control our mind. It's like a belief. You can have a belief, is so strong, that belief. Maybe those neurons are very strong, holding that belief. But we can change our beliefs. But what? Knowing ourselves. So if all the other neurons know themselves and understand, oh, this is a huge process of realigning of the planet, so we can think in a different way, changing our point of view. So those people won't have that strength to control anything. And the main thing also is that our bodies has been designed to survive anything. Um, it's magical what our cells can do to help us survive. So a virus won't kill us all, because we live between viruses all the time. Right now, there are many of them, bacteria, viruses. They can all kill us right now if you are not in the right vibration. If you vibrate in the same level of vibration as that uh, reality, so you will get it. It was funny. I've been 1 year straight in Egypt doing meditations, connecting. Egypt, I don't know if you have been in Egypt recently, but they don't know what is happening in the world. It's like they try to show you that they do, but it's like do whatever. So nobody's taking care of anything. The people just says, I won't go to the hospital. I'd rather die home. So they just is a mess, and but nothing is happening. It's like, a lot of what is really crazy is that people is living their lives like normal all the time, and it's been like just the hysteria of there's a virus, and the people who have lived in this planet for thousands of years, they can tell you there were always viruses. So this is a new one, a little bit stronger. Yeah, okay. So of course that is a problem, but it happens all the time. It has been happening since the very beginning, and our bodies have been evolved to know how to transcend this. So for the system, what we are living today, for the higher perspective, not from the control thing and the hierarchy and all these things, um, for the whole planet and the other systems and other realities, is not about something wrong happening right now in the planet. It's the only tool that the other dimensions got to call our attention, to change us all in the same level with the same thing. Like, we should all be connected with the same thing, and humanity is vibrating in fear. So that's the only way they could understand something. So let's give them that tool. And darkness is always there for help. Of course. I used to say that we are not against darkness. It's just that we don't know how it actually works. Darkness is a system that has been created in order to improve our ability to experience. So darkness has come to say, I don't know, you meditate and say, oh, I got it. So, sure, a crisis. Like, do it in a different way. So darkness has been a system to help us to evolve, but we started to be against darkness, and we started a war in the system with darkness. So that's why we every time that something wrong happens, we say, oh, this is the apocalypse, we're all gonna die, or we have to fight with the light against the darkness. And darkness says, well, we are part of the system, so and we are you. So even if you run from darkness, you will find it, because you are darkness. You're a body, so this is distortion. So you are darkness. So it doesn't matter where you go, you will find us. And the light is just to say that the light is the one that says, all this is because of that, and you can do it better in this way. The light is like the help of the universe, like helping how to find the balance of all things. So light and darkness are the ones that are trying to help us to find the balance and harmony. But because we are constantly fighting to each other, we don't find any harmony, because we are constantly trying to find good or bad. So this whole thing that we are living today is basically because these two north poles are being aligned, and in 2022 will be already completely in the Russian side. So that's it, America. Oh, yep. You have to learn Russian. No, the thing is that what happened now, Russia is Russia, but before, when the first time that the North Pole was in Siberia, which now is Russia, but before it was other thing, Siberia was the place through where the high beings from other dimensions, the rainbow people, came to the earth to teach women how to create realities. And women taught men how to do it when they couldn't. So, so it's that territory that represents the mother. It's that territory that represents the divine aspect that can come to manifest new realities. So this means that we have been living with the North Pole in a continent that is about freedom and about creativity and about thoughts, ideas, expansion, which is North America. But the North Pole going back to Russia, to Siberia, means the reconnection with the mother, the reconnection with the divine lineage of the rainbow, with the connection of the creators itself, which are near Baikal Lake and all this territory in Mongolia too. So connecting again with that territory, it means that we are aligning again with the creator, not with the ideas of the creator. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's why also the women start to get more power, because the magnetical North Pole is moving towards the feminine side. Okay, thank you. To the feminine side. So all this change is magnetical. It's like two magnets in the fridge trying to balance the food inside. So basically that's the system. That's how the whole thing would work now. So in the next years, what we expect is that all the people that have been in quarantine thinking, who am I? What am I doing? Should I change my life? So all these people are the ones trying to reconnect themselves again with the other parts in other dimensions, listening to the messages, paying attention to themselves, trying to change their lives all together, all the world, thousands of people. So that is the thing that is allowing the new thinking to move on. But if we keep thinking about the bad things that are happening and not about the changes that really are happening behind all of that show that we are living in the planet right now, and we really work to hold the idea of this balance of the new north, the new purpose, so we can realign to have a balance in the whole structure of the planet and reconnect this memory, this information. So I am encouraging the people to think beyond what we are living actually, and to pay attention to the real change that we are living. And this is the right moment to do it. And a huge leap on the evolution, because basically we have internet.